This amendment is fairly simple, folks. Similar to the amendments that Representative Guerra and Representative Moss have made, this amendment tie bars SB 335 to the bill that has been introduced regarding personal finance disclosure for all of us and our other statewide elected officials. You know, in the rushed committee testimony that we had this morning, we had an opportunity to ask a number of questions. We learned that these independent expenditure committees can contribute unlimited amounts of money to other independent expenditure committees that can contribute unlimited amounts of money to other independent expenditure committees. And basically what we figured out is this is a really good way of washing money and figuring out or deceiving the voters who are not going to have the ability or resources to look through a complex campaign finance system that is convoluted, and they're not going to be able to figure out where that source of the money is. We also learned, as was highlighted by Representative Guerra's amendment,
Representative, I will remind you to refrain from referring to another representative by their name, and please keep your comments as best as possible confined to the merits of the bill and not the process of the committee. Thank you. The chair recognizes Representative Zemke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We learned that the ability for unlimited amounts of money to potentially end up wherever is very real. And that's different from where we got right now because we do have limits on the coordination, on the amounts of money. And the bottom line is that this feels like a good way of expanding on an unlimited basis the ability for elected officials to determine whatever amounts of money are available to be spent wherever. And so personal finance comes into play here because ultimately, if it's so easy, as it appears to be in these bills, to wash this money from committee to committee to committee and hide the source of it, then maybe it'll end up in somebody's pocket. And I, for one, have a big problem with that. That's bribery, highly illegal. But because the system is convoluted and requires citizens to report there to be a problem, we need some type of amendment like this to ensure that personal finance disclosure is something that all state elected officials have to provide in order to ensure that these unlimited amounts of funds are not ending up in someone's personal pocket. So that's what this amendment is for, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to speak on it.
Thank you, Representative. The question before the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted.